Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
No.
Do you feel that in the air? Well, that's the NFL season being finally here. And that's why we need to tell you about our special hookup from today's sponsor, SeatGeek. That's right. They're back for their third season with new heights.
And we have a special discount for the 92%ers this year. Get 15% off any ticket on SeatGeek. That's whether you're a new customer or not. Just use this code kelce15.
That works for sports, concerts, comedy shows, going to see Travis play, you name it. You can even grab a ticket to experience a Monday night game. How about that? Join me in person.
SeatGeek rates on a scale of 1 to 10. So look for those green dots. Green means good. Red means not so good.
So do yourself a favor and save yourself some money. Open the SeatGeek app and add code KELCE15 to your account to get you 15% off your next order. Doesn't matter if you've used SeatGeek before, code KELCE15 gets you 15% off. But there are terms and they do apply. All right, let's talk about some football. That's right. Bold topics to wrap up week 2 in the NFL, starting with Chiefs 26, Bengals 25. That's right. Chiefs found a way to get it done. Trev, you got any initial thoughts you want to talk about from the game? You guys found a way to get it done?
Yeah.
A close matchup, right?
Yeah. I mean, initial thoughts are we got to play better as an offense. I think the defense is playing their asses off, getting turnovers, finding a way to make opposing quarterbacks,
uncomfortable.
Yeah, comfortable, and they're really making it hard for them to throw the ball downfield with the type of pressures that we're getting and how good our coverage is right now. And I just think, we have to match that accountability on the offensive side. To really become another Super Bowl caliber team. I put that on me. I think it starts with the leaders. I think it starts with, making sure you're going with the right mentality. I didn't play my best. It spreads if you don't fix it. So I got to get that thing fixed, man.
What's going on in your head as the game is unfolding? And, Pat tried to go to you twice early on with some incompletions on the interception. And then you only had one catch. Like, what's going on in your head as this game is unfolding?
Well, there's a lot of things that have to go right for anybody to get the ball. Outside of our running back, where you're literally just handing it to him. If you want to catch the football, 1, it has to be the right play. 2, it has to be the right coverage, and 3, it has to be, everybody doing their job up front and on the back end in terms of running their routes for everything to kind of match up and be in sync. And it's just for whatever reason, these past 2 games, it hasn't gone that way for me. And that's football, man. I'm not about to sit here and get frustrated about it. I used to get really, really pissed off and almost lose my cool a lot of the time from not having that success, knowing I demand that out of myself. And I demand, that I just like to play the game to such a high level of accountability that it's tough for me to deal with being mediocre or having stats that represent that. So I stopped caring about stats about 4 or 5 years ago, and I just went out there and started to just play free and wanted to play for my guys. And sure enough, I think that's a better mentality. You think about it more play by play and what your job is on that specific play. And I think moving forward, it's just, how can I be better in those moments? What's the issue? Am I not getting out of my route fast enough? Am I not, whatever the situation may be? It's all play specific anyways, but you're always looking at the film, looking at the scheme and trying to, perfect it more and more each week. And, typically you see these kind of games earlier on, and then you keep trying to get better and better and more accountable for the guys around you, man.
Well, that's awesome. And I think that's a testament to where you're at in your career and why the Chiefs just feel like one of the most unselfish teams in the entire league. But
yeah,
probably the most amazing stat from the game. With the Chiefs win, the NFL teams are now 1 in 151 since 1991, when the team doesn't get 300 yards on offense, allows 21 plus points on defense, commits 3 plus turnovers, and convert 15% or less on third downs.
It's insane. Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable you guys won this game. And like you said, the defense, especially bone up in red zone situations, and Spags is, dude, I mean, he was so good last year, and it's gotten off to another great start for those guys.
Yeah.
Why do the Chiefs, besides the refs being on the Chiefs side, why do the Chiefs always find a way to close these close games out?
I think always is a stretch.
We had a close game last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And you guys almost pulled that one out. Freaking almost catch late down the middle might have ended that one differently. But anyways,
yeah. And I think that when you have a veteran quarterback like Pat Mahomes, and he always gives you a chance to win it. So you always have confidence, and you always have, that in the back of your mind that, you can find a way to win this football game. I think that helps. I think Coach Reed, being in the league so long, and his leadership, his swagger, how he kind of leads the team on the sideline, you always feel like you're in it. You always know you got a chance, and he's going to put you in a really good position at the end of the game. I feel like we just have a team that plays really well together when the moment's bigger. Guys don't really, get anxious, or they don't let the moment get too big. They keep their composure, and they get more confident as the game goes on and it gets more intense. I felt that on the sideline, and sure enough, it was a weird ending, man. It was a weird ending. There were flags on both teams late. Obviously, the Bengals getting the last of that with the pass interference at the end, but we have to try to beat teams earlier than that last drive. And I think that's the biggest thing. And shout out to the Bengals, their defense, the players over there are just, they're comfortable playing us, and they feel like they have a good idea of what we're doing. That's a huge challenge for us the next time we play them, man. Absolutely.
And it's a matchup that I was looking forward to because all of these contests between you guys and the Bengals have been so close. With the Chiefs win, they've evened the record against Burrow and the Bengals at 3-3. 5 of the last 6 Cincy KC games have been decided by a field goal. That's how close these games have been. First half offense, Chiefs had a 16-play, 8-minute, 30-yard drive that ended in a field goal. I mean,
staggering, man.
It sucks. Putting all that work in, and credit to the Bengals for bowing up at the end of it. But when you go all that way and it just doesn't happen, it's frustrating. Very, very frustrating.
Yeah.
They also had 2 turnovers in the first half. But the play Chiefs fan loved to see was obviously the Pat connection to Rashee Rice on a 44-yard touchdown that tied
that was a hell of a ball.
10-10. It was. It's very impressive. And we got the clip right here for you. Check it out. Protection's good. Let it go, Creed. Gosh, perfect ball. I mean, did he not think he was going to run past him? Was he not ready for that move?
I guess not.
All right. After a small drought, the long touchdown pass is back in KC. Mahomes has already thrown as many deep touchdown passes of 20-plus air yards this season, 2, as the previous 2 seasons combined. Wow. That's an insane stat.
Very interesting.
Between 2018 and 2022, nobody was bigger on the deep ball. Tyreek Hill might have had something to do with that, just probably.
I wonder who's now the best at it. Is it Miami?
That's weird. Everybody that Tyreek plays for is the best quarterback. Mahomes threw 44 deep touchdowns, second most in that span. Yeah, was this the emphasis to bring that back to the offense? I really don't. I mean, I think I'm going to answer this for you. The way teams have been playing Kansas City, and really the way teams have been playing the NFL, if you look at quarterbacks across the league, all of the big plays for the last 2 seasons have been way down. Ever since the air raid attack that KC was implementing with Tyreek, and that other offenses starting to do these big shot plays, and defenses have adjusted by playing these softer coverages, a lot more too high looks, and making you take the underneath stuff and really dink and dunk down the field. And that's probably a bigger reason why these numbers have dropped off, besides losing Tyreek Hill, which is also a big part of it.
That, and I feel like there was a transition period where, obviously you always had big name cornerbacks since like Deion Sanders and, Revis and those like special guys that would get the opportunities to try and lock up a wide receiver, one guy. There were only really like a handful of guys like that when I got in the league. Now I feel like corners are getting a lot better. Corners are starting to understand, what kind of routes, how guys are released. And I just feel like the defenses are evolving a lot. And on top of what you're saying, everybody's kind of just keeping that umbrella over the back end of the defense and kind of limiting those big plays downfield.
Absolutely.
As well as the second level guys. If those guys are backing up, the second level guys are getting a little bit more depth, and running backs and the underneath routes. The defense is like taught to like rally to those tackles instead of giving up the huge plays, man.
Absolutely. And it's something that's the kryptonite to that, which is why we're seeing it a lot in the NFL right now, is running the ball.
Yeah.
You guys, that we mentioned that 8-minute, 30-second field goal drive. First half, you guys were running the ball all over them. It felt like you were really moving the ball on the ground well. And maybe that's why it opened up that big play for Rashid. Maybe they're like, hey, we got to try and stop this. Let's go to a single high look finally. Bengals took a 16-0 lead, or 16-10 lead into the half. And then coming out, second half, we get right to it with a thick six.
Oh, yeah. Wanye.
I'm a big fan of the thick six. Even though Trav was wide open too, it's okay. We're happy for the big fella to get the touchdown.
Always happy when a big fella gets in. He hit it too. You see his dance?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He had a great celebration, man. I don't know what he calls that, but he was getting it.
Marshall Newhouse on X. I was like, that's more than 3 pumps. That's a penalty.
That's a penalty, the old Key and Peele.
Yeah. On second and goal on the 1-yard line, Pat connects with O-lineman Wanya Morris for the touchdown, and the Chiefs take a 17-16 lead. Leo Chanel lined up next to Mahomes in the backfield. How about that? This guy does everything.
It's just a football guy, man.
Yeah, man.
Whatever you need, he gets it done.
Look at that stance.
Dude,
what is that stance? He's like ready
for a 4-point stance, yeah.
Looks like he's playing goal line defense right there.
He's just about to bear crawl. He's about to bear crawl into somebody.
Walk us through an O-line, like, eligible tackle play.
Well, you don't always have him in the game plan. You know, it's one of those things where it's a play off of all the running and all the big boy stuff that you do, because you bring in an extra lineman to run the football. I mean, you don't bring him in to throw him a touchdown.
Well, that's what you wanted to think.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So, and Wanya is athletic enough and smooth enough with the hands, and sure enough, he even said to me right before the play, he said, man, I was getting excited because I realized nobody was covering me. Yeah. I was just like, the fact that you actually know when you're covered and when you're not covered as a tackle, that's pretty good stuff.
Big man knew.
But when you bring a linebacker in and a extra offensive lineman, I'm pretty sure it's a big time indicator for the defense that you're running the football. So it's a hell of a play call, hell of a call to draw up, or play call to draw up at the right time.
You got to be a little sneaky at the tackle. You can't just run straight out. They know.
Oh, so no, he ran straight out.
Oh, he did. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Nix that.
He said speed kills, Jason.
He didn't bluff blocking at all.
All eyes were in the backfield. They thought we were running it the whole time.
Well, you mentioned the celebration. Let's check out Morris here. Looking good, big fella.
Looking good.
The next Chief drive ended in, has to be the most impressive interception I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I don't know if I've seen one. I definitely haven't seen one in game like this before in my life. That's one of those when somebody like hits like a home run in baseball, or they hit one all the way to the warning track and somebody just goes up and robs them, and then the batter then tips his cap to the guys. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was sweet.
Impressive.
That's a hell of a fucking play, man.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody could have, I think everybody was just like, wow, you know what? Well done.
Respect.
One of the reasons it's so eye-catching is that most of the time on this sideline, with your left shoulder being the outside shoulder, a one-handed grab would be like more like grabbing it with your left hand. You know what I mean? The spin right makes it just insane.
Yeah, insane.
Phenomenal pick right here from Cam Taylor-Britt. And then the fourth quarter, defense comes up big. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, Joe Burrow is sacked by Mike Dana. Shout out, I think he just got
Mike Dana. Yes, sir.
Dana, sorry. Did he got a contract extension this year,
yes,
right?
He did. Yes, he did.
We talked about him
very
being
worthy.
Important piece, similar to what you're talking about with Leo Chanel, able to do a lot. Mike Dana does a lot on that defense, moves a lot all over the place.
Forces a big fumble.
And it was recovered by safety Chamari Connor in return for a touchdown. That's always nice.
2-7, baby.
Right?
Dude, it is, especially at that point in the game, huge for the defense. I mean, you always set those expectations before the season on how many special teams scores you need, how many defensive touchdowns you need. And right now our defense is playing so goddamn good. For them to put up 6 points like that in such a tight game, in such a crucial game, especially with us not playing the way that we think we should on the offense, or living up to our potential as an offense right now, I think obviously we're leaning on that side of that ball right now pretty heavy.
That was a huge play, huge turning moment in the game. And no shocker, the guy who kind of initiated this whole fiasco starting was Chris Jones. He's been really good. Surprise, surprise, through the first 2 weeks, applying a lot of pressure. He split 2 on that one. Check him out. Look at him in the backfield. Is this just expected from Chris at this point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even in the first week, I mean, he was like taking they had some new guys playing for Baltimore. He was just kind of moving around on, hey, whoever wants it can come get it. It's a frustrating day. No, you're supposed to be the 3 technique. Not you're supposed to be over here. You're supposed to be over there.
You do it all, man.
Per Next Gen Stats, Trent McDuffie aligned across Jamar Chase on 17 of 38 routes, 45% of the time, including 4 routes and press coverage. McDuffie allowed 1 reception for 4 yards on 2 targets as the nearest defender against Chase. Way to go, Trent. Solid game.
No, Trent's really playing great football. Our entire defense is really playing great football, man. Hats off to them keeping us above float. And, man, we got to start playing up to our potential on offense because we got the guys. We got the ammo. We just got to get it done, man.
Well, it's always fun when you win games and you're not playing your best.
Yeah, that's when everyone says it's a good one to learn from.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Yep, it's a good one to learn from.
That sets us up for the game-winning drive. That's right. Chiefs get the ball back with 2 minutes and 35 seconds. And you guys are in 4th and 6 situation with 53 seconds left on the clock. Pat competes a deep pass to Rashee Rice, but it comes back. Trey Hendrickson was wreaking havoc all game long. And
yeah, man, he was fired up. At the end of the day, man, you can't put it in the ref's hands that late in the game. And that's for both of us, both sides of the ball. You know, yeah, obviously you want to play physical. You want to make sure you make that play. But if you're going to put it in the ref's hands, that you're playing with fire. It is what it is. You're just playing with fire, man. That's why as an offense, we got to make sure that we don't put ourselves in a position to where we have to score at the end of the game. Obviously, we still feel comfortable and confident that we can get it done. But if we can win the game before that, I mean, let's keep it out of the ref's hands. Let's keep it out of, the hands of just fate or things just not going our way. I think it's that's the mentality you got to have. And did we get lucky? Yeah, we got fortunate that they threw the flag at the end on that 4th and 16.
Yep.
I would love to make sure that we don't get ourselves in a situation like that again.
Yeah, especially 2 minutes. Whenever you're in a 2-minute drill, penalties, sacks, like these things are just like crucial that you don't do. Easier said than done when you're trying to block Trey Hendrickson. But yeah, that one almost killed you guys. And you guys get bailed out at 4th and 16 with 48 seconds left. Pat targets Rashee Rice again. But this time somebody arrives a little early. I don't even know how this is controversial. I really don't. Like, I get that people are frustrated with the officials and the Chiefs, I guess. But I mean, you can't run through a receiver's back and attempt to make a play on the ball. I really don't.
Can't do it. Just like on the play before that, you can't put your hands in someo's face while they're rushing. You just can't do it. It's the same thing. It's hands to the face, and then there's a pass interference, and it is what it is. But yeah, I can see how everybody's upset because
nobody likes a 4th down conversion that essentially is given to the Chiefs. But the reality is, like, what do you want the official to do? What do you want him to do? You want him to not call pass interference? Don't run through the guy's back. I don't know what.
Like I said, as Chiefs, as
when it's
our
close,
offense,
when it's close, I get not calling it. This wasn't even close. Like, I don't really know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I agree. The game should be called tighter down the stretch, and we should avoid like questionable calls. But when it's to the point that the guy can't even make a play on the ball and touch it, like, what are we talking about?
You said it, man. I'm not going to argue for this point. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I think we need to fucking keep ourselves out of that situation so we don't have to rely on the officials to make that fucking call. But sure enough, they made the call. Harrison Butker comes to save the day yet again. Harry for the win. Absolutely nails a 51-yard field goal. All of us had a lot of confidence in him, but always there's always just that lingering feeling. You're just sitting there like, come on, Harry. Come on. You got to do it again for us, big guy, please. And sure enough, he came up big for us again, man. Absolutely.
Chiefs are now 2-0. Some disappointing news following the game, or maybe this was out right before, but Hollywood Brown was put on IR. It was before the game. It was right around game time. So Hollywood Brown was put on IR before the game, and unfortunately, Isaiah Pacheco is now injured and is going to miss about 6 to 8 with was it tibia or fibia? fibula, one of those two.
I think it's it's fibia. It's
one of those.
One. Yeah.
That was an aggressive hit. Even when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh. You could see that he just had a guy in his legs and he just kind of got folded over top of it. But hopefully Pop comes back.
That sucks, man. He's been playing unbelievable football, man. High energy, just a guy you love blocking for, you love playing the game for, you love playing the game with, man. It's just, an all-time teammate of mine, man. I love Pop, and it sucks that, how well he's playing and how comfortable and how fast he's moving right now with the ball in his hands, that he has a setback like this. But I expect him to be back better than ever in 68 weeks, man.
On to next week. You guys have the Falcons in Atlanta. Trav, the last time you played the Falcons, the Chiefs won both games. Actually, you played them twice in your career only. Wow. 2016 and 2020. Chiefs won both games. The last time you played the Falcons in Atlanta, it was at the Georgia Dome in December 2016. 8 receptions for 140 yards. That's a good day, Trav. There we go.
Ooh, damn. It's been that long since I played in Atlanta. I guess I had a few preseason games there, but I haven't played a regular season game in Atlanta yet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, yeah, I remember that one. I think that was the first My Cause, My Cleats game, actually.
Oh, wow. How about that?
That's how long ago that thing was.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck in Atlanta.
Shout out to Eric Berry and that pick 6.
Down in the ATL. Whew. Atlanta loves me right now. LeBron's stat of the game. Patrick Mahomes has 2,424 completions in 98 career starts and surpassed Matthew Stafford for the most completions by a player in his first 100 career starts in NFL history.
It's good company.
Yeah, definitely good company. We also got to talk about your historic streak, Trav. I know the game didn't go the way you wanted it to as far as receptions, and unfortunately it ends the longest NFL streak in history with a player receiving at least 3 catches. That's right. Sunday marked the first game since September of 2018 where Travis Kelce did not get at least 3 catches. It snaps a streak of 114 games, the longest streak by any player in NFL history. Not only is that the longest streak, the next closest is our guy Antonio Brown with 81. Mahomes' quote, we played 2 opponents. We play a lot, and they have a plan on how they're going to account and defend Travis. But as the season goes, he's going to get his catches and he's going to get his yards. So,
yeah. And I could have played better, man. It is what it is.
All right.
Could have played better. Could have ran better routes. Could have got out of my breaks a little bit faster. Knowing Hendricks was on one. And it's just, you see things, Monday morning quarterback, you see things better after the game and realize how you can play better and be better for your teammates. And sure enough, I've always had that accountability. I've always been my worst critic, and I'm going to, remain my worst critic. I think that I can improve a lot for my guys and be there for Pat in a lot of different situations. But like I was saying earlier, it takes a lot of things to go right for somebody to get the football. I'm just fortunate that Coach Reed and this offensive staff has given me that opportunity and, has the confidence that I'll be able to get it done.
I love it. Love it.
Let's talk about our next partner, AG1. And if you're wondering why you still have a bit of a dad bod after working your core at the gym, it could be because your gut isn't digesting your food properly.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And that's just one of the reasons why AG1 has been locked into my morning routine for years now, especially now that I'm really focusing on my health.
AG1 is packed with good stuff. That's why nutrients that your body can actually use. Non-GMO, no added sugars, just the nutrients you need to support your gut health, immune system, and overall wellness.
AG1 is a brand that I know I can trust. They're used by professional sports teams and health experts worldwide.
Whether you're focusing on your fitness or just want to stay on top of your health, AG1 is the foundational nutrition to support your whole body.
If there's one product I'd recommend to support your health, it's AG1. It's a great way to invest in yourself, and that's why we've been proud to partner with them for so long.
Try AG1 and get a free bottle of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/newheights. That's a $48 value for free if you go to drinkag1.com/newheights. Check it out. 92 percenters. Football season's officially here, so make sure you're tuning in to all the action with NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV.
NFL Sunday Ticket is the only way to make sure you don't miss a single game this Sunday. You waited a long offseason for the NFL to officially be back, and before you know it, the season's going to be over. So don't miss a single snap.
And we got a whole lot of 1 o'clock games that everybody in the world gets to choose from if you have NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. Jason, what games you watching this week? We got Eagles Saints. That looks like a good one. Chargers Steelers. I'll be watching that one. Harbaugh's got the Chargers rolling right now. Their first 2-0 start in a long time.
I'm going Eagles Saints, Texans Vikings.
Yeah.
Chargers, Steelers.
Yeah.
I'll probably go Broncos, Bucks.
I mean, it's fun to watch Baker shake right now. I'll watch Bears, Colts, man. I'm going to watch some Bears, Colts. 2 young stars in the NFL right now at quarterback for the Bears and the Colts. Guys that can kill you with their feet and kill you with their arm. That'll be an exciting game, I think. The best part is you don't have to listen to Jason. You don't have to listen to me. Your multi-view is entirely up to you. Don't miss a moment of the action. Watch every game every Sunday when you bundle NFL Sunday Ticket with YouTube TV.
Sign up today for NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV at youtubetv.com/NH. Device and content restrictions apply to multi-view. YouTube TV base plan includes locally and nationally televised games, and NFL Sunday Ticket includes out-of-market games. Excludes digital-only games. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes do apply. No refunds. This episode of New Heights is brought to you by United Airlines.
That is right, Jason. And United is transforming the flying experience for every passenger with screens at every seat and Bluetooth so you can connect wireless headphones. That's right. No more cords, baby. Got to be excited about that.
They've also got bigger overhead bins so everyone's big bags fit. And they also have the best airline app out there.
The United app includes countdowns to boarding, bag tracking, and preferred seat selection to help get you out of the middle seat.
Trav, you and the Chiefs fly United for your away games. What are you usually doing to pass the time on a longer flight?
I'm sleeping, Jason. I'm a big napper, and I just like to sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and just bundle up on one of those
Shut it on down. I like watching movies. I do.
All right, now 92 percenters. Make sure you go ahead and download the United app or head to united.com to book your next trip.
Once again, go to united.com or download the United app to book your next trip.
All right, now let's move on to some Monday Night Football at the Link, where you get everything Jason Kelce.
Dude, there's a lot of Jason Kelce.
Dude, and the people loved it. They actually they wanted more of Jason Kelce because they wanted to not only see you hype up those birds before the game, but they wanted to see you answer all the questions.
Yeah, that's right.
That they had for you after.
Atlanta had to deal with me for 4 hours before things got rough for the Eagles, and they were like, "Oh no, come back in the booth, Jason. Where are you at now?"
Jason, answer us what happened.
And rightfully so. Listen, I want to apologize to Falcons fans watching because I understand that you just had to watch just a Philadelphia celebration in a parade of a former player coming back home.
We all deserve to see that. That was what people wanted to see. ESPN did a great job.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I want to apologize, but I'm not going to because it was fucking awesome. I'm just going to let you know it was a lot of fun. That's the first one. The first time. I mean, how crazy is the first time I'm back in the building? I'm commenting on a game. Shout out to Roger Goodell for scheduling that one, or whoever was in charge at NFL headquarters for making that happen. Even if we're going to get to it, but before the game, being out in the parking lot, the countdown, being up in the booth with Joe and Troy. I mean, it was really, really awesome for me. So selfishly, I am like just beyond happy that was kind of how I get to remember my first time being in the Link, not as a player.
It was so cool, man.
At the same time, I fully understand why a bunch of Atlanta people hate my guts right now. So I apologize.
Well, let's get to it, baby. Jason's Monday Night Homecoming. That's right. We went back to Philly, headed back to the Link for the first time since he was playing there for a little Eagles Atlanta Monday Night Football action. And just like any homecoming, it was about the pregame. And oh boy, did you not disappoint. And by the way, the Philly did not disappoint because you weren't the only one there. It was an entire showing of how faithful those birds are and how excited they are about this football team and how good this football team could be. And you made it to the Eagles tailgate.
That's right.
And made sure to hand out some garage beers.
I remember what section, what I think there's like C2 or something like that. I can't remember where this was in the parking lot.
I'm surprised you remember any of this, Jason. I thought you were going to black out. I've seen those dance moves before that we're about to get to, and typically those sober.
I know you don't believe me.
No,
I was not drinking until
after
those
the game. Knees don't work like that.
At the end of it, I promise you, I don't know how I did that because I've never done that. Knows
sober. You don't have rhythm until you have like
Travis,
10 beers.
Hey, I'm letting you know right now.
I could tell by the way you were talking in the third quarter in the booth that you had been in an up and down roller coaster of being in and out of being drunk since about noon.
Zero beers.
Dude, I could
tell
you.
Do you know how hard it was to throw garage beers? I threw probably 100 beers. I'm not exaggerating from a pickup truck and didn't drink one. Do you know how hard that was?
It's a feat I don't think you've ever accomplished before.
I'm a professional, Travis. I don't mess around.
I respect it.
No, this tailgate was awesome. A bunch of these guys had been to the golf outing, right? So, Dallas Sucks, Maniac Malloy, Shoulder Pad Sean, and my guy Dumphy. All these guys had been around. And I wanted to, I'm like, man, I've seen these guys at all these events throughout the years. They've cheered me on. I want to be out there with these guys. I don't know how we got to like throwing garage beers. I think I got up on the top of the truck where they were smoking an alligator, which is pretty gnarly. I don't know if you ever seen a smoked alligator covered in bacon.
The fuck did Philadelphians get an alligator?
I don't know. I don't know that. I think that they just kind of do it. I remember having alligator one time. And it was when fried alligator when we were down in Florida.
Yeah, we went to like that county fair down in Florida, and they had gator nuggets.
Yes, and they were delicious.
They were fucking phenomenal.
Yes,
and that was the first time I was like, "Damn, I didn't know people were out here eating gator like this." That's what we're doing down here. We're just catching gators like we're catching fish, just going out there and fucking reeling them onto the boat and putting them over a fire.
That's right.
Very interesting.
Well, they've smoked it all day. It was delicious. They like stuffed it with like cheese and whatnot, covered it in bacon.
Oh my God.
I was getting different pieces. I was getting the tenderloins. I ate a piece of the cheek right off of the freaking face of it. It just tastes like lobster almost. It was delicious. It was very good.
What the fuck?
It's kind of like a lobstery chicken.
I don't want to hear that. You're ruining my day by telling me this shit.
It was good. Just letting you know.
I'm in on just about fried anything. Fried gator is probably as far as I'll go on the gator train.
All right.
But either way, sounds very eventful because you don't always have gator at tailgates up in the Northeast.
It's not a regional delicacy. But either way, it certainly was an event. They also had cheesesteaks. They had a bunch of food at this tailgate. It was incredible. The fans were into it. Everybody's getting ready for Monday Night Football. And we just so happened to have like 1,000 garage beers. So I just started putting them in koozies and chucking them like grenades.
Yeah, because koozies are it's like bubble wrap. It's safe.
I was basically, yeah, exactly. I was basically playing jackpot with an entire parking lot of Eagles fans.
Throwing full beers might as well be assault.
I mean, none of them. I was making eye contact. I almost took out a Jeep window, but I was making eye contact. Crushed a moonroof. It might be cracked, but it was electric.
Dude, throwing beers further than like 20 yards, 15 yards that thing, that's dangerous.
No, it's got the koozie on it. It's wrapped in koozie.
There you go. It's nice little, yeah.
It reminded me of the parade.
Every time the parade comes around, you're
people
on the
are throwing you beers. So it felt like it had been reversed.
Dangerous.
Now it's time to throw the beers the other way.
Catch this wrath.
Dude, but I was making eye contact. There were some, not going to lie, there's some talented people in that parking lot catching beers. I don't know if they can catch footballs, but if some of these guys can catch footballs as good as they catch beers, they might want to try out for the Eagles.
You fucking idiot. We also got to look at some new moves. Jason showing off some moves. One move that is actually new to me. I've only seen you hit one of these two moves before. I told this to Kylie. I said, that's a new move. That is 100% a new move. I haven't seen that one yet.
Kylie said it's the same as the stomp move. She said it's just a different variation of your stomp.
Yeah, which means it's a new move. This stomp though, the running
man. It wasn't my best running man. I've been better at running man. So
those knees are getting up. Oh, that's what I'm saying. These knees and this kind of bounce doesn't work unless you have like 10 beers, dude. Those knees are shattering if you're fucking doing it with no fucking fuel in you.
What happened is we were supposed to be on that stage to start countdown, and I walked over there way too early. I had to kill 30 minutes before the show started, and I'm just up there with these DJs just standing there. I'm like, I gotta do something up here. I can't just stand here like a jamoke. I gotta bring the energy.
Oh, you brought it.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Dude, it's golden.
Do you know, like,
dude, you have the greatest running man of all time, dude.
Do you know how devastating it is to?
Oh my god!
Do you know how
so fucking good, dude?
Do you know how devastating it is?
I keep watching it and I keep crying, laughing, man. I was so proud. Everyone thinks I'm the dancer. Dude, you are the fucking most electric dancer I've ever met in my life. You can put a smile on anybody's face by dancing, dude. It is so good. And when you get in that mode where you go full send, oh my gosh. Woo! Thank you for that. I'll have that forever. I'll have that in my back pocket on a fucking cloudy day. And I'll just be able to fucking have happiness. That shit
Do you
was
know
so
how
good.
devastating it is to open X and just see a bunch of people quoting tweets of you dancing and putting clown emojis above you?
Dude, the running man looks like you're like, you know, when they put shoes on a dog for the first time?
Yeah.
And they're just like fucking trying to figure out how to step in those things.
Yeah.
Dude. But they're like getting like their knees. Oh, dude, it is so fucking good, man.
Just countless people quoting a picture of you dancing and saying, this is a full-grown adult male with kids. And he's doing this in public.
And it's
I'm like, you know what? I mean, you got a good point. It's ridiculous. I don't know that I got a rebuttal for that. Stop showing this.
It's so good.
Are we going to be able to have the sound? It looks so much worse without the sound. It's going to look terrible. It doesn't make any sense. The sound doesn't, I mean, it doesn't make it that much better. It's still ridiculous, but.
God damn it. That's so good. Well, it was so good. Even Pat Mahomes had to get a little comment in there on X saying with a lot of the crying emojis, go crazy then, Jay Kelce. And that is what you did, man. You snapped. You went crazy on them and gave the people what they wanted.
Pat's seen these dance moves up close and personal.
This is why ESPN hired you, Jason.
This is why.
You're doing them.
Are you an expert at football? Yes.
Kind of.
I mean, kind of, I guess.
These moves cannot be reenacted by anybody else. Nobody else can do these fucking moves, I promise you. Jason is the only one. And you look good doing it because of the jumpsuit Big Dom gave you. Hooked you up with the South Philly tuxedo, green velour tracksuit. Did you feel as Italian as you looked?
Dude, I feel like, you know, when you dress up in a uniform, you feel like more official. I felt like more official.
That's exactly why I dress up. That's why I dress up. That's
no,
the
but
feeling I get
when you dress up as like in like a uniform, like if you dress up as like a police officer, you kind of feel like you're right.
Yeah, but a good two-piece, a good two-piece that'll make you feel like you're in costume.
Yeah. When I was dressed as a South Philadelphian in this velour jumpsuit, which by the way, velour not very breathable. Dancing around like that, I was full sweating. My man Marcus Spears had me covered with the towel on the set. He was like, "Hey, take this. You're gonna want to grab this off."
Big sweater.
Yeah, he knows. He knows what it's about. But yeah, Dom hooking it up. We had to sew on these Italian flags because it was really an Eagles tracksuit. But you can't have. They didn't want me to have like an Eagles thing on, which I get. You know, don't want to show any bias. We didn't do that a lot.
We were very biased that day. The Eagles patches are way too much. The chants, you can do the chants all day.
Yeah. You can actively be cheering. You can actively be cheering for the Eagles in the booth. Oh, he's in. Yes. He got in, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to say that.
So good.
I think the Italian flags really set it to another level. Had some nice chains on. It was a fun look.
You look great. Shout out to Big Dom for getting you some swag.
And a lot more. Shout out to Big Dom for everything.
Then we got to see why Jason is making Monday Night Countdown the greatest show on TV. And dude, it was fun seeing you in your element, but even last week, man, it's cool to see that you are now one of the guys that is driving the love of sports.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was so cool to hear that you were getting offered by everybody and you were kind of torn between a couple different networks. But when you chose ESPN, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, he's going to be like a Chris Berman. He's going to be like a SVP. He's going to be like a Rich Eisen and growing up and fueling that love for the sport of football. And I just, you know, I was so fucking proud of seeing you doing it last week in San Fran, and even this being in your moment with Fletcher Cox and Nick Foles,
yeah, baby,
doing the Eagles chant before the game, to even being in the booth with Aikman and Joe Buck, two legendary guys in the booth, and obviously a Hall of Famer in Aikman. It's just it's so cool seeing you in this moment and seeing you in this next phase of life in football. And man, I just couldn't be more proud of you, brother. The shit's
absolutely
fun,
man.
It's fun to watch.
I appreciate it. I really do. I think first week, definitely nervous. This week, there was so much going on. I was nervous a little bit. It's interesting being up there. You're trying to say the right thing and get things, formulate responses in real time. It's difficult. There's a whole new respect that I have for anybody that does this. Like it's difficult. The pre-show is difficult. The booth, I mean, Joe and Troy, going up there with those guys was trying to fit in. And I was like, man, I don't want to.
You don't want to overstep. Yeah, I can.
You don't want to overstep, but also there's a chemistry between calling a game with the play-by-play and the color guy. And they have it down pat better than anybody. And tell me if I'm being an idiot. Yeah, it's like, it was very, very humbling to be up there.
Coach me up.
Yes.
Coach me up. Dude, I'm here to get coached. I don't want to I can definitely respect that. I feel like I took that mentality this offseason in a lot of the different
acting roles and
acting, all that shit. Everything that I did in the offseason, I was like, just let me not fuck this up.
Yeah.
Coach me up, tell me how to go about this. And I think that's the right mentality. But at the same time, man, trust your gut, man. You're fun as hell to listen to. And as much as the Falcons fans probably didn't want to see you chanting Eagles and doing all that, you can't tell me they weren't enjoying that shit, man, because you do it in the right way.
I think they get it. They get that I was an Eagles fan. I mean, it's unfortunate for them on a national broadcast but it was one time, right? We're going to get back to, I'm trying, and I really wanted to offer unbiased opinions for the Falcons, who I thought played a fantastic game. And we'll get to that shortly. But this was really cool. To be back in Philadelphia. It was awesome. And this is probably the one chance I got to kind of solidify my retirement as a player and to be up on stage with Fletcher Cox, a guy that retired the same year as me, Nick Foles. I mean, a guy that I won a Super Bowl with, Super Bowl MVP, and then all the fans. It was really, really fun moment. So I can't thank ESPN enough for, I don't know, man, just like letting this all happen. I don't know. It was like,
no, I hear you. I hear you. It seems a little much, but they definitely, they looked out for you. And I think it was a great look for ESPN, and it made everybody really excited to watch Monday Night Football, not only yesterday or last week, but in the future, man. You guys are doing a great job, and don't want to not give credit where it's due. SVP, Ryan Clark, and Spears. I mean, those guys are the fucking best, man. I love seeing all you guys throughout the game and throughout the evening talk about ball, and you guys always have great takes on it, man. So shout out to the Monday Night crew. We also had, speaking of Eagles fans that you were just thanking that were there, Big Rod Dunphy, the Eagles super fan, on stage, and Jason forced him to do a chest bump. You forced him. I heard you on the mic. You forced him. You said, no, we're doing this.
We talked about it beforehand. We were both excited about it. And I was just calling, like, come on, we're doing this. We're getting it done. Dude, Dunphy's forced me.
He said, get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. You move. Iconic. You move. You ready? Let's do this. Oh, nice 3-point stance by the big guy up top. And,
man,
in quotes from Big Dunphy, fucked my whole knee up, but it was so worth it.
Yeah, it's not funny. He's the funny thing was he texted me after was asking about him, and because I didn't know that happened until afterwards. I see on Twitter.
He has also tweeted that he waited until after the game to get it checked out.
Dude, he stayed the whole game. That's gotta be a good sign, right?
I can't leave. This is first Monday Night Football
game. The Birds home
opener. I can't miss this one.
The guy's fucking electric.
Said it was so worth it. Yeah. I mean, it was an electric chest bump. It's a big dude chest bump.
Bro, I chest bumped the fucking Philly superfan with the fucking Phillies fanatic snout over his back. Are you kidding me? That thing was awesome. That was I mean, I hate that he got hurt on it, but he's a fucking legend though.
Well, moving on to to another part of the pregame show was your interview with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, baby.
You guys it was awesome to see the interview because you guys just have so much respect for each other, and you guys could tell that everyone could tell how close you guys were when you played, and you're just so appreciative of each other's, work ethic and leadership, and I don't know, it was just really cool, man.
I don't know. I mean, he was more loose than I was. I'm in the interview and he's calming me down, which is just like, I don't know. I think, like you said, there's so much familiarity there. I think he knows that I'm the one who's doing something. He's done 1,000 interviews. There ain't nothing new for him. Now I'm on the opposite side asking these questions, and he kept it light for me. So it was awesome. It was really cool to chop it up with him.
Yeah, it's a different world.
It was interesting. It was weird being in that bubble and sitting across from a teammate.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
He'll get more normal, but I thought it was great. The tone that he had freaking made, and it was just like when we played. I don't know, man. He's just got a way about him. He really does.
Well, let's get into the game a little bit then. The Eagles 21, Falcons 22 on Monday Night Football. Not the way the Eagles planned it, and it came down to a play call here, a play call there, or a big play made here or there, and it just didn't go their way down the stretch, man. Falcons come back and steal the win on a Kirk Cousins 2-minute drill, ending with a TD pass to Drake London. And obviously that Jalen Hurts interception there after that with just seconds left. The initial thoughts on the game, brother?
Listen, it was a great game. It was.
It was.
Yeah,
it was
I think
fun
it
one
was.
To watch.
Both offenses kind of struggled early on and started to catch their stride right towards the end of the first half. And then in the second half, it felt like both offenses were functioning really well. The offensive lines of both sides really controlled the line of scrimmage, I felt like. I think in particular, I got to give Atlanta – you watch that first game that Atlanta played against Pittsburgh, and TJ Watt and Cam Hayward were giving that offense a lot of issues. Everybody's talking about Kirk Cousins, and he's not the same quarterback. He can't move anymore. There was a lot of narratives out there after week one.
Yeah, well, prove that wrong.
And they got him up under center, got him into doing a lot of things that he's probably more familiar with throughout his career. But really the big thing was, bro, they were running the ball, and they were giving him a lot of time back there. And I think that offensive line, that was a big bounce back game for Atlanta. In particular, they're running outside zone. I mean, that was a clinic tape of outside zone.
Yeah.
Cutting on the backside.
It was a battle of two really good fucking running backs.
Yeah.
And really good offensive lines. They get after it, man. I keep looking at the Eagles offensive line, and I'm like, dude, since you left, they have become the biggest offensive line in the world.
Well, I think they were already enormous. But yeah, adding Mekhi Becton.
Holy shit.
It's a big wall.
Every single one of them. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yep.
Eagles were without their star wide receiver, A.J. Brown, with a hamstring, unfortunately. But Jalen Hurts played pretty well up until that last drive, man. Jalen went 23 of 30 for 183 yards and one touchdown, 85 yards on the ground with a touchdown. Saquon in his Philly debut, although he had that drop there at the end, 116 total yards, which is exactly what you expect out of him. The guy can do it, can beat you every single way. I don't see him dropping that ball ever again in that situation. He's such a good player, man. It kind of rips your heart out when something like that happens.
He's such a big piece for the offense, and that was an underrated thing that really didn't get discussed at the end of last year. Obviously we struggled with the blitz, and that was the main narrative the last two games of the season. But another big piece is A.J. Brown's hurt, and I just think he's an equalizer, man. He's one of those guys, Alshon Jeffrey used to say it, even when I'm covered, I'm not, where like at any time he's there and you can throw that ball up to him and he can make a play on it. And, it opened it up a little bit for Smitty, which I don't know that I've had a teammate that I respect more in my career in Philadelphia. I mean, there's guys I respect as much, but Slim he's just such an awesome dude. So happy that he got a little bit more.
Seeing him eat last night. Yeah, he was killing it.
Yeah, Jalen I thought was a lot more composed. I thought he played great. And even the rushing yards, like the scrambles, it felt like he was trusting the pocket more, staying in there. And then he would push up when it wasn't there. And it just felt like, he was doing a lot better throughout the game. I know everybody wants to talk about the last interception at the end of the game. You're pushing to make a play. He's getting hit while he's throwing it. I thought he was really good in his decisions he made and his comfort and poise in the pocket in week 2. I thought it was impressive.
I'm right there with you, man. I just watched the game today, knowing that we played the Falcons this week. Watched it start to finish. I thought he played fucking awesome. Thought he made some unbelievable throws, especially over the middle and tight windows. His touchdown to Skinny Batman.
He put one ball to Calcaterra early where like it really was kind of guarded. He just threw it in the right spot to where Calcaterra could go make a play on it. But, yeah.
You're spot on, man. And I just think that the Eagles fan base, you guys don't need to get too worried, man. Everybody knows that it probably should have went in their way, but hats off to the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing everybody's talking about is the end, right?
Yeah, of course.
And that's what Falcons fans sure wanted me up there in the booth probably when things weren't going as well. But 4-minute drill, it feels like teams, and I don't know where you guys stand on this, but like it used to be just conventional, like run out as much time as possible. You don't really try and throw it in certain situations, especially once the other team's out of timeouts. And the big question that everybody's talking about is that 3rd down and 3. They elect to go with a roll pass where the running back is into the flat right now. And I understand. You run it, you're going to guarantee you're going to take off 40 seconds.
Moving. Yeah.
Yes, I get it. And that's big in that situation. And I think it's hard to argue against. But I also think that roll pass is kind of a conservative, because if it's not there, Jalen is going down and you're going to get the time, or he's going to run and you're going to get that's only going to be thrown if it's wide open, which it was. Like it was the perfect play call. And the percentage chance that a wide open pass to Saquon Barkley is getting dropped like that, I just think that's got to be pretty low.
Very low.
Like if you told me before the play, we can either run it and we don't know how many yards we're going to get, or we can have Saquon wide open in the flat to catch a ball and win the game, I'm probably taking that throw if he's wide open in the flat.
Yeah.
Because you don't
at the same time, you guys got one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Yeah. And I will say, Tony Dungy brought up a great point with this. With us, it's not even 3rd and 3, it's 3rd and 2. Because if you get 2 yards, you're sneaking it on that 4th down. You're not even giving them a chance. I don't know, man. It sucks. I think, but we've been seeing more and more of these decisions to throw it in these 4-minute situations because more and more offenses are getting aggressive. They don't want to give the ball back. We actually did it last week. The week right before this against Green Bay, we elected to throw a slant route, and I think I forget who was announcing that game, but they were like, "Are they going to pass this?" Like it was obvious, like, "Hey, we're running this ball out," and they completed it, and it ended up being a huge completion because we picked up the 1st down. We ended up fumbling it on the 1-yard line in tush push territory, and but I think it feels like more teams are passing in these situations now than they ever have. But I don't know. A lot of this comes down to like game theory and analytics. And I don't know half of this stuff. I know the safe call is to run it and to keep that clock moving.
The guys that do know this shit are the guys calling the plays. And it was wide open. And, I hate to say this for Saquon because I love the guy and everything, but it just is what it is. He's got to come up with it. And I think he knows that. And
here's the worst part about it. Here's the worst part about it.
You win and you put the game in your defense's hands, and the defense has to make a stop. It is what it is. You can't throw it all on Saquon. You can't throw it all on the play call and things like that. Like you guys had another chance, and Kirk Cousins just, he showed everybody why Atlanta paid him $180 million.
Listen, hats off to Atlanta. They played a fantastic game. I'm not trying to like they earned that win. No, like 2 ways about it. To march down the field there at the end with Kirk, to take all the criticism that Kirk and that team faced going into that game, coming off of the Steelers loss, that was a big statement game. Offensive line, huge bounce back game for those guys. They played fantastic up front for the Falcons.
I'm with you, man.
I don't think I've seen, I might have mentioned this already. I don't think I've seen cut blocking like that at this day. Like, you don't see people on the backside cut anymore. Chris Lindstrom was a cutting machine, and that ball kept winding back when it wasn't hitting front side. I mean, it was an impressive performance by the Falcons offensive line. It was an impressive bounce back game for Kirk. The coaching staff adjusted wonderfully. They got him under center, got him into things that he's done well his whole career. Listen, I'm obviously an Eagles homer, but I'll give the Falcons credit all day. They played their ass off. And to come into Philly after a game like that, that's a tough matchup. They answered the bell for sure.
Well, with 140 left, Kirk Cousins drives 70 yards, gets the go-ahead touchdown to a great route ran by London. And with 34 seconds left, the Eagles did have a final drive. And I'm not going to lie, man, with a couple timeouts in your back pocket.
It's enough time to get a field goal.
100%.
I was kind of waiting to see if they were going to pull this off.
Yeah.
Not kind of. I was. I fully expected Jalen.
I had a little juice that Jalen was going to find a way, man. And I'm sure he wishes he had that one back, looking back on it on film. But at the same time, throwing it up to Skinny Batman's always a pretty good chance.
Did he get hit as he was? I mean, I know he was getting hit pretty much while he was throwing. Did that affect the ball? I don't know.
I have no idea. Either way,
it looked like in real time.
The final drive ends in an interception to Bates. Any final thoughts, brother?
No, like I said, I kind of closed it out. I thought Atlanta played a really, really good game up front. I thought the Birds played well on offense.
I thought the Birds played well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both teams did a good job in the red zone of keeping guys out for the most part, but then the offenses got going there towards the end of the game, and Atlanta just executed a little bit better. We talk about this, these mistakes, this is the margin of victory in the NFL. And you guys, the Chiefs operate so well in these end of game situations at being disciplined and not beating themselves. When it's this close, the teams that do that better ultimately end up winning more games in this league. And it's just frustrating because it was right there. But outstanding game by Atlanta. It was right there for them too, and they were the ones that capitalized. So shout out to Kirk, shout out to that whole offense, shout out to Raheem Morris. They got it done.
And I know it ended up like it did, but at the same time, I'm putting the ball in Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley's hands at the end of the game to win it. Even after that kind of game, those guys have the ability to finish it off and get the wins, and I don't think that trust is going to waver either way. I think you guys got everything you need to be a great team over there, man.
Right.
All right, Birds have the Saints down in New Orleans next week. How do the Eagles bounce back after that game?
Listen, I don't know that there's a hotter team in the NFL right now than New Orleans. You see what they did to Dallas this last week?
And Panthers.
Well, the Panthers one was it's the Panthers. But I'm just being honest. I think everybody after the Panthers win, they blew them out, which is impressive. Anytime you blow out an NFL team, that's impressive. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
So it was an impressive win, but Derek Carr, when he's on, he is a very good quarterback when he is on.
Oh, I know.
But this week in Dallas, you know how good Dallas has been in Dallas? I don't think they lost a home game outside of the playoff game last year. The Cowboys in Dallas have been very formidable, and they went in there and just put a whooping on them. I don't know. There's a hotter team right now than New Orleans in the country. This is a huge test and a huge game for the Eagles to try and bounce back from. Their offense right now, I'm a big fan. They're doing the same thing with this. They got to figure out how to stop outside zone because that's all freaking the Saints ran again. I mean, not all, but yeah, Dallas got a heavy dosing of outside zone with Kamara, boot, shots down the field. You better be ready. It's coming. So they're going to have to
stress. They're going to stress you east and west.
If I know Vic, there's going to be some accountability being held. That's for dang sure. And they got the guys. They just got to execute. Come on now. Let's move on. We're going to get to the biggest storylines from across the league outside of those two games in week 2 right now.
Right by now.
Big on close games. 11 games were decided by one score, including 5 that featured the game-winning score in the final minute of regulation or in OT. One of those close games was record-breaking in a Buns way. Unfortunate for the Giants, I suppose. The Giants lost to the Commanders 21-18 and became the first team in NFL history to score 3+ touchdowns, allow no touchdowns, and lose in regulation.
Damn.
The Commanders only had field goals and got 21 points. Oh, they probably had a defensive touchdown?
I think there were a few different other ways they scored.
Yeah, had to be, right? They didn't kick 7 field goals, right? Anybody?
Waiting on Brandon?
You are the slowest Googler.
Man, it's not a quick hand. It's not a quick hand.
I could have already found this out on my ESPN app. Have you ever seen 7 field goals in a game? I've seen like maybe 5 tops. That's a lot of field goals.
It's a fuck ton of field goals. I feel like we've had something close, but I don't know about 7.
They got to find a way to get in the end zone if they're kicking 7.
Yeah, shit. I feel you on that.
Or not. Apparently you win the game still.
There you go.
There are also a few blowouts this week. Derek Carr and the Saints, we already talked about it, blew out the Cowboys 44-19. Saints, and the Cowboys look great against Cleveland in week 1. So, are the Saints, are the mighty Saints?
The Saints, baby.
Alvin Kamara. Do you know Alvin? They told me right before I went on air, it's not Kamara, it's Kamara. Is that right?
Alvin Kamara.
I thought it was Kamara for my whole freaking life. Alvin Kamara scored 4 touchdowns in the win.
AK
won the Hemi Award there
baby.
on the Monday Night Football broadcast. The Saints
He's one of the smoothest athletes I've ever fucking seen.
I love watching him run. I really do. As annoying as it has been playing big games against that guy.
It is so cool, man.
And I think the shoes, like the cleats he wears, like exacerbates it. You know what I mean? Something about wearing like a light colored shoe or a colored shoe when you're running, it just like looks
like
different.
NBA Jam when you had turbo on.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. Oh my gosh. You just hit the nail on the head. He's on fire. He's got the turbo.
Unlimited turbo, yeah.
Unlimited turbo G code.
Yeah.
Saints scored 47 points in week 1 and had 44 points in week 2. They now have 91 points this season, the most by a team in its first 2 games in 15 years. So they're doing something right down there. I really dig what is it Clint Kubiak, the OC it's Gary Kubiak's son.
Yeah.
Dude, he's doing something right down there. And Derek Carr has been he's
playing lights out.
He has showed his whole career, this upside. It's just been like inconsistent a little bit when he was in Oakland, or I guess Vegas now. But man, his first 2 games have been pretty dang good across the board for those guys.
Oh yeah.
They're looking good.
Gotta
Cardinals
love that.
Right?
Gotta love that. No, we play them in like 3 weeks.
Do you? Is that
Monday?
Is that the Monday night game? That's the Monday night game.
Monday Night Football. Yes, it is, Jason. Right. I'll see you there.
Cardinals took down the Rams 41-10. I got to say, Kyler Murray, I have not been this, especially with the injuries that the Rams have right now. I mean, the Rams are not, they got a lot going on in their own organization right now in terms of like players injured, and they've lost like maybe 3 or 4 offensive linemen. Puka's out. Like they're struggling right now. They're limping around a little bit, but that doesn't change the fact that Kyler Murray, it's been an up and down for his career to start. Dude, I don't know that he was throwing some balls and making some plays that were just out of this world. He was incredible.
Bro, he's always been an electric player to watch.
Dude. But
he's always, and he's a gamer.
Accuracy,
you know what I mean?
like he was putting some of these balls. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Fucking rifle.
Yeah. It was very impressive.
He might be a little guy, but don't think he can't fucking sling that ball around, man.
There's always been questions about his committedness towards football, to be honest. I think
committedness, nice.
I mean, we're being honest. I mean, they used to like track his iPad usage, right?
They were like, there was vocabulary today.
There were reports coming out that he wasn't watching tape because they were tracking his iPad usage or some crap. All I know is that I've heard through the grapevine that he's like recommitted himself in a different way this year. And if that's the case, and he can continue to do what he did yesterday, or this week, the Cardinals are very, very good.
Damn straight they are.
Yeah.
Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. became the first rookie with at least 4 catches, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter of a game since his dad, Marvin Harrison Sr. in 1996, which I don't even know if his name is Marvin Harrison Sr. I just know him as
he's just Marvin Harrison.
There you go. Which is it's a stat that means absolutely nothing other than he broke a stat that his dad had.
How does that work? If you're Marvin Harrison, do you automatically become Marvin Harrison Sr. when you have a son that becomes Marvin Harrison Jr.?
No. Our grandfather's name was Don Blaylock. Our uncle's name was Don Blaylock.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think Uncle Don's a junior.
No, he's not.
All right. Well, this isn't really helping us analyze
knows?
week 2, so let's move on. That was a big bounce back game for Marvin Harrison Jr., though. He, after struggling week 1, big game this week.
We also got a couple upsets. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks take down the Lions. A lot of people didn't see that one coming, but Baker's playing lights out, baby. He's rolling, and he's got the Bucks rolling. They're 2-0 start this season. The Lions didn't look terrible, but didn't look great. You know, I think the Bucks just got after him a little bit.
SVP brought it up on the countdown show, but Todd Bowles, man, he's a great equalizer. He's just such a great coordinator.
God damn it. That guy's good, man.
He can scheme up a run game, and like as great as the Lions are and as good as their offensive line is, and I'm sure that there's plenty of points that they probably had opportunities in this game. Detroit, like if you're shutting down their run game, it can make it difficult. And I mean, Todd is just an incredible coordinator. He really is. And this was an outstanding win for these guys on the road in Detroit, right? Yeah. I mean, come on.
Shout out to Bowles. Gotta love playing them in a few weeks too. Sam Darnold led the Vikings to a 23-17 win over the 49ers.
How about that?
Probably the one game this weekend that I definitely didn't see coming. I thought Sam Darnold has always been a really good quarterback. You know, I think he kind of had some blows over there in Carolina his rookie year or his first couple years in the league. But I always thought he was a gamer, and he had the arm talent, and he was smart enough, and he had like the swagger and the ability to be a great quarterback. And sure enough, he's showing it this year with the Vikings, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big time win.
There's not a lot of good quarterbacks that play well in the Panthers organization right now, so I don't know that we can hold that against them. But
well, Andy Dalton's next.
Oh, there we go. The ginger.
The play of the game, though, as you watch this clip right here on Justin Jefferson's 97-yard touchdown, the ref is flying. Absolutely flying, trying to stay out of the fucking way.
Yeah, not the 97-yard reception. Let's check out this guy.
Look at him. Oh God! This is when he cut it back. The ref knew he was in trouble. Ooh, nice hip, nice way to open up the hips, going full speed. That's pretty good.
You could tell that's a former athlete right there.
Yeah,
he might not be
former. No, that's still an athlete.
That's a current athlete.
Yeah,
check him out. Look at the arms.
Look at him. Get it going.
Great
get it going.
Form.
Stay out of the way.
He had his core. You could tell he's got a good core.
Yeah,
you know when you see somebody and it's just very like stable.
Yeah,
right.
It looks like they're floating almost.
It's just arms and legs. That core is staying rigid. He had good rigidity.
Shout out to the ref. You don't always see them showcasing their athleticism like that. What else we got? And the ref's name was Tyree Walton, former Division II running back at Adams State.
Adams State.
There you go.
Second year as an NFL official.
There you go. Well, he's showing real good promise. Yeah.
All right, taking officiating to new heights. Shout out to him.
The biggest surprise in week 2. Where are we going with? I'm going to say Darnold. Man.
I do. I think it's the Vikings over the 49ers, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be.
It has to be. It has to be. Shout out to everybody else.
I mean, the Saints blowout was a big one too. Cardinals, that's not that surprising.
Raiders beating the Ravens, another big one.
That was surprising.
God damn, Max Crosby, man. Fuck, that guy's getting better. But just when you think he's fucking one of the...
He's topped out. Just when you think he's topped out. You know who's looking... Dude, Aiden Hutchinson is wreaking havoc right now. Really happy I don't have to play against that guy anymore.
Yeah, ditto. All right. Petty game ball. In more news around the league, Steelers QB Justin Fields introduced the world to the petty game ball during the postseason. During the post-game press conference. Fields was quoted, "I think we all know Russ kind of got done dirty last year. It was awesome getting that win for him. He got a petty game ball, so it was great getting a dub for Russ." There you go. I didn't know they.
I've never heard of that term, but I love it. I'm not gonna lie.
I think a game ball is a game ball, whether it's petty or not. Sometimes you just get motivated to win a game for a guy playing his ex-team.
There you go. Coach Tomlin declined to share more when asked about petty game balls. I can't give you all the ingredients to the hot dog. You might not like it. So now I'm even more interested. Like, what the hell are we talking? I thought it was just a game ball. There's more to it than just even the petty game ball.
And what all are you putting on the hot dog, Coach? You're a relish guy?
There's not a lot of ingredients in a hot dog.
Yeah, hot dogs are pretty.
Actually, you ever seen how hot dogs are made? There's a lot of stuff that goes into them. But once the hot dog is solidified,
God, I don't want to talk
it's like
about
ketchup
this.
and mustard and relish. So there's only so many sandwich options.
Nice.
Let's move on to the
Yeah, keep going.
puke balls. We went from petty game balls to puke balls. Packers center Josh Myers redefines the chunk play.
Jesus.
Prior to the snap on 3rd and 10, you can see, here's a clip if you want to watch it, of Packers center Josh Myers projectile vomiting on the football before he snaps it. No false start. For the life of me, I have no idea why you would not move your head
Just to the left.
Just like he tried to go a little bit left.
He did. How funny is it? It timed up just as right as he was in his cadence. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. God damn it.
I mean, just
what are we
insane.
eating before the game, bud? What are we doing? What are we got to fucking figure out a different pregame meal or something, man. Taking too much pre-workout.
Shout out to Malik Willis for catching that. Like, he knew exactly what was happening. He just caught a football covered. Like, what did he eat before the game? You think there's like corn on the ball, or like, you think there's like chunks?
Jesus.
That is just so gross.
Yeah, I can't get into it. I fucking hate throw up.
It's so nasty. After the game, Coach LaFleur I asked Malik why he didn't throw the ball on 3rd down, and he told me Josh threw up on the ball. He's like, that's the first time I've ever heard of that. Yeah, me too, Coach.
Me too.
The official came up to me and said, we saw your center throwing up on the ball. Do you want us to take him out next time? And I said, absolutely. Please do that, because you're talking about a critical situation.
I've seen a lot of throwing up on the football field before, never on the actual fucking football.
This is a first and hopefully a last.
Yeah.
Jason, were you able to snap a vomit ball without issues? I have never snapped a vomit ball and don't ever plan on doing so. So, yeah, I got nothing for you.
Yeah. Us Kelce's
Can't
know
offer
to
a
hold our
perspective
liquor.
on that.
Moving on to some no dumb questions. Wrap up the show this week with no dumb questions, because there's no such thing as dumb questions. 92%ers, just dumb people. And no dumb questions is brought to you by our friends at NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV, my favorite way to watch the NFL on Sundays. NFL Sunday Ticket bundled with YouTube TV gives you the most live NFL content all in one place. Terms and embargoes apply. Going on to from X, it looks like Amelie. I have no knowledge about football, but what would be a good sentence to drop during a game so my family thinks I know what I'm talking about?
Ooh, I kind of like this. Somebody who doesn't know football, what could they be watching and say something and people kind of be like, oh, he kind of knows what he's talking about?
Good catch. When you see them pass that yellow line, yell, oh yeah, first down.
First down, yeah. Oh, if the team with the ball starts getting towards the end zone they're trying to get to, when they're inside the 20, say, oh, they're in the red zone. This
Red zone's a big word.
Red zone offense is a big deal.
Big deal. Oh, when you see them fake it to the running back first and then throw it downfield, that's called a play action.
Play action. See, you're doing better at this than I am. If you see a running back or somebody with the ball hit somebody with their offhand, that's called a stiff arm.
Oh yeah.
Say, ooh, nice stiff arm.
That's a good one too. When it looks like a defensive player is moving really fast and playing like really physical, just say, man, that defense is playing fast and physical.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
It's pretty simple. You can just make up whatever and it'll shake. You're good.
If they try to run a quarterback sneak, make sure you tell everybody that's a 92% chance that's going to be successful.
Yeah.
It works 92% of the time.
Use your awareness around you and feel how the room is. If there's a penalty and you hear a lot of people saying, just yell at the refs.
Context clues. Yeah.
Yell at the refs. Just be like, that was a shitty call. You know?
Yeah. If the quarterback gets touched at all, make sure you like just be like, that's quarterback. That's
roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. Why the fuck I'm an idiot.
Say it.
Yeah, if the quarterback gets touched, just that's roughing the passer.
Yeah.
What's a good one? Touchdowns, or when the offensive team gets in the end zone. Got to take the points.
Got to take the points there. Nice. How do you explain
Analytics say go for it.
Analytics say go for it is a great one.
Anytime it's fourth down, say analytics say go for it.
Especially like fourth and shorter, like 4th and 2, 3, 4th and 1. Analytics are telling you to go for it here.
I think that's enough.
We hit it though. You use that stuff and just like I said, use your context clues. People are getting excited. Say something exciting.
Yeah, there you go.
People are getting pissed off around you. Say something that really fucking pisses you off. And typically you can yell at the refs and it works. Shout out to all the refs. Moving on to Gillian from X as well. Jason, what was your favorite book you read in college as an English major? Travis, what's your one random law or idea you remember from criminal justice?
Why does Gillian think I was an English? Did I ever say I was an English major?
I have no idea. I didn't
I was
even know.
A marketing major.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't get a degree for criminal justice.
My favorite book I read in college as a marketing major was probably Outliers. I really did like that book. Travis has referenced that book a lot. Our friend Malcolm Gladwell.
Just a fan of Malcolm. I really don't remember much of the book, but he's fun. He's fun. He makes it informative.
Yeah, I thought that was a really, really good, not only pertinent class for marketing, pertinent book for marketing, but it was a good read. So yeah, and that's probably the only book that college made me read that I really actually enjoyed, if I'm being honest.
Law or idea? I think one of the ideas was called the broken glass theory. If it's kept,
if it's cleaner and kept up
they're
nice,
going to want to keep it nice.
Look behind me. You can see how nice I keep my house. All righty. That does it for No Dumb Questions, brought to you by our friends at NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. Don't forget to sign up today at youtube.com/NH. That wraps up another episode of New Heights. Thanks to everyone for tuning in and putting up with our shenanigans and football commentary and whatever else we talked about. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. Reminder, you can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
You heard the man. Once again, New Heights is a Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Hey. Let's go Sports Bar. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S 92%ers. And thank you to our production and crew for always making us look way better than we are. Make sure none of that deleted shit gets put on the bonus content. That'll really fucking get us all fired. And shout out to the 92%ers for tuning in. We love you guys. Peace. We'll see you next week.
Oh, what's that? You don't like it? Tough shit, Wondery. Greg okayed it.
Talk to Greg. Don't bring these problems to me. Sounds like a you and Greg issue.
Why didn't they just cover up the garage beer sign? Greg okayed it, guys.
Greg said it was only flickering.
He said, and I quote, "My beard looked crisp."
So what do you expect the guy to do?
My guy Greg tells me my beard looks crisp. I'm not changing a thing.
You give somebody a compliment like that, I'm fucking sending it. I'm like, oh, fucking press record and let's roll, baby.
What I do, suck the head?
There you go. Oh, Cold 45, 2 6X. Baby, that's all we need.
When you go to the bar after dark, smoke that crawfish head.
Nice. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen. A Wondery show produced by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Go!
We're back in the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Order wings for takeout and delivery today over at Buffalo Wild Wings. Go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
We're in New Orleans, Louisiana, if you couldn't tell. Jason's fresh off of, what is it, Bourbon Street?
Bourbon Street, yeah.
Golly, I think I might have been there once. We're your hosts. I'm Travis Kelce. This is my big brother, Jason Kelce, at the Super Bowl. Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S 92%ers. As you know, we are here, and the time is now.
What are we here for?
Well, we're here for a good old rematch. The Chiefs and Eagles, baby.
The fuck? Why wasn't I invited?
I think that's why you're here. You got the invite.
All right.
Should have been. You're playing in the game.
My knees don't work anymore, Trev. That's how it works.
Damn it.
Now I'm going to have to just drink hurricanes and hand grenades to forget that I'm not playing the game, so won't have to think about it all week.
Watch out. That'll get you kicked off the team. Why don't you tell the people what we got coming up, dude?
Incredible episode for you guys. We're going to get to Travis's thoughts on the Super Bowl. We're also going to talk about a little bit of New Orleans food and drinks. We got two incredible guests in Peyton and Elijah Manning. It's going to be a fun one. Can't wait to get to you guys. First, as always, new news
coming in hot. That's right. New Heights Pod won gold again.
Yeah.
That's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We're excellent. And when I say we, our production team
they edit this
excellent.
very well.
And I don't know how they get good shit out of us, but you guys love it, and we appreciate you guys. New Heights took the gold in the best sports talk category in 2025 on the Sports Podcast Awards.
Wow.
Yeah. Gold medal, baby. Are we even sports talk?
Huh?
Are we even sports talk?
I mean, we talk about sports sometimes. So, yeah.
That counts, right?
I think that's what sports talk is.
Nice. People listen to us because of sports, though, right?
Like half of them.
Nice. Well, thank you guys.
Enough to get a gold
over
medal.
At the Sports Podcast Awards. We accept your gold. Do people deny gold medals?
I might.
I know you would. That's why but this one you accept.
But that's why I'm asking what this thing looks like and who's giving it to us. Sports Podcast Awards.
Insane.
Best sports talk podcast, New Heights with Jason and Travis.
I mean, it seems like a legit award. They have a cool logo. Sometimes that's half of the battle right there.
I feel like all this stuff is just like they're just trying to get us to tweet it so that they can be affirmed as an established thing.
Well, it worked. Nice. Thank you guys over at Sports Podcast Awards. Jason, why don't you tell everybody else what else we got?
Travis has won the 2024 Walter Peyton Man of the Year Charity Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you that don't know, the winner of the Walter Peyton Man of the Year Charity Challenge is decided on a fan vote on X/Twitter. Congratulations, Trav.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
This is the second time winning this award.
Two-time winner.
Two-time winner. First two-time winner.
Am I the first two? Oh, in the charity challenge. Nice.
So in the charity challenge, you are now
Chiefs
the
Kingdom,
first
baby.
back-to-back winner in NFL history. The Chiefs are going to try and be the first back-to-back-to-back Super Bowl winners.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Which one is more important, back-to-back charity award winner or back-to-back-to-back Super Bowl winner?
I think the charity will thrive more if I win the Super Bowl.
So you're saying the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So you're saying the Super Bowl matters more than the kids in your foundation?
God damn it, that's tough. I didn't say that.
See, I trapped him. I did.
You bear trapped me. That son of a buck. No, and that money will be directly injected into the city of Kansas City. So thank you guys for all voting online. I'll make sure that everybody over 87 and running does some good work with the
shout out to everyone who voted. Shout out to everyone who voted. In all seriousness, Travis and the 87 and Running Foundation does a lot of fantastic work.
He does.
In the city of Kansas City.
Even in Cleveland, back in our hometown.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I know it.
So shout out, Trev. Way to go.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Jason on the call at the Pro Bowl this past weekend. Last bit of new news. We got Jason in the booth over there in Orlando for the Pro Bowl, watching the flag football game, huh?
That's right. Yep.
How was it, man? How was it on the other side of the Pro Bowl?
The Pro Bowl is just a blast. It's fun to be down there. You get to see a bunch of the best players in the world kind of being on the same field together, having fun, celebrating the fact that
watching
they're all
the Avengers
incredible
team
beasts. Yeah, for sure.
It's like the superheroes of the NFL.
Yeah, and I think that what they're doing now is better than what they did. I mean, the football game that they were kind of trying to play was pretty boring to watch.
It was a tough thing to even be a part of, to be honest. It was tough to be a part of.
Here's the problem. Football is only good if people are trying to kill each other. I've figured that out.
You're not lying.
It's not a fun sport if you're not trying to kill each other. That's kind of the intensity and the aggression is what makes it inherently awesome. So when you're not trying to do it, it's like, what the fuck are these guys doing playing football for? and
that's what it kind of felt like when you were playing.
Like out there. I was like, so I'm not. We're just kind of out here slapping hands.
What do we?
And then there'd be one guy trying to kill.
There'd always be one guy.
And everybody like, why is that guy trying to play football? And you're like, fucking asshole's playing football. The fuck's wrong with this asshole? We're just trying to have fun.
We're all unioned up with this fucking guy.
Yeah, that's trying to win a Toyota. You can buy a Toyota.
I want the MVP. I want the MVP to get the free car. It's like, well, I won the MVP. You still have to pay for the car.
So, anyways, what they're doing now, I feel like...
The taxes on a Genesis aren't as low as you think they are.
So...
Shout out to Genesis.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to the Red Rocket, man. Andy Dalton showing me a deep cross.
Yeah, shout out to the 60%
touchdown.
All right, so we got... What they're doing now with flag football, people will try for flag. That's a more like...
They'll have fun with it.
Lucky, let's go have fun.
I'm not here to kill anybody.
And then you got the skill event. So now it's settled into something that is more, appropriate to kind of be in. And you still get to see some highly skilled people do flips into foam pits.
I feel like they should do dodgeball with footballs.
Dodgeball with footballs. It's not a bad idea with Nerf balls.
Yeah. No, like a full-on...
Like the Duke? You go with the Duke? That would hurt. Hit you in the face.
No. How bad do you want to win?
Yeah. It's a lot of guys that can't throw a football, surprisingly.
It would
expose some guys.
I can't throw anymore.
There's some players in the NFL that I've seen try and throw a football
all the way back there and just come down.
No, you can do it. You can still get one in.
That elbow is tight.
Then it's going to get tight. Yeah.
It's bad.
But no, the Pro Bowl was awesome. Being up in the booth was great. I got a good bit of advice from Dan Orlovsky. Shout out to Dan. I was going to
nice, Danny.
I went to Orlando. I went to Disney the following day with the fam.
Nice.
And Dan gave me the shout out. Said, "Hey, go to the Dawa Bar, Animal Kingdom, 2 Jungle Juice."
Ooh,
it was perfect.
All right, Dan.
It tasted great. Perfect level for walking around with a bunch of kids. It's ideal. It really made the safari 10 times better.
Did you? Did you know
that rhinos are moving? I don't give a fuck. This is great.
I love it. Shout out to Dan for the secret to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, it's the best.
Was it cold around the park? The last time that I went down to Orlando for the Pro Bowl, it was absolutely freezing.
Yeah, it was like that last year too. It was cold, but this year it was like 80.
Nice.
It was perfect. Sun was hidden behind clouds, which you want at 80. You don't want sun out with 80. Then you get a little dicey.
Real swampy down there.
But no, it was good. It was good temperature. Found out Scott Van Pelt doesn't like roller coasters.
What?
Yeah.
SVP.
I found a lot of times with taller people. Now, you're pretty tall. You like roller coasters.
Oh, man. I was not in when we were kids, though. Took me to become a man.
I feel like there's something to do with like
the Millennium.
Dude, the Millennium Force crazy.
The Millennium. I used to have nightmares about the Millennium.
I think maybe that's why. Like,
and you always loved going on it.
It's the best. It's the best ride still to this day I've ever been on. Millennium Force, Cedar Point, Sandusky, Ohio, best roller coaster there is on the planet. I don't care what anybody says.
I mean, it's hard to argue that one.
Yeah, well, you can't because I just said I don't care what you said.
When I finally went on it, I went on all the roller coasters and then finally was like, all right, I'm going to do Millennium Force. This is like when I'm like in high school or maybe even when I was in college. But when you get to the top of that thing, because it's right on the lake. It's on Lake Erie and Sandusky, Ohio.
It's beautiful, picturesque.
By the time I got on there, the sun was going down and everything was kind of shining off of the water. And I felt like the whole thing was just going to fall into the water when I got up there. I about blacked out.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
That's a bad feeling.
And then I overcame my fear.
Yeah.
And I didn't black out.
That's why I keep trying to get my kids to just go and do stuff because I feel like that's how I overcame. You just go do it. Yeah. And they're like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
Dude, that's how hockey was for me,
my kids will not do it. They won't do it.
I didn't ice skate.
I mean, they can't go on anything that extreme right
now.
now.
Dad literally just threw me out there and then pushed a cane at me. He pushed like a walker at me, like an old person's walker.
That always worked for us.
I used it to get up and then he was like, do a lap.
Yeah.
I was like... All right. And then by the time
you're done with the lap, you're feeling great. I don't need this thing.
Over there, I was flying around. Couldn't stop, though. Couldn't stop.
It doesn't work for my kids, though. They just act like I'm being like a bad dad by forcing them to do stuff they don't want to do. And that's part of being a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect it.
It's good. Well, Kylie doesn't. She's like, I have to deal with this. Like, they'll be fine. Trust me.
Trust Kylie.
And Kelsey did this to me. Be good.
From experience.
I'm just going to spin this little teapot around.
Don't trust me.
Yeah, don't trust me either. It didn't work.
Look at this guy.
They don't.
You're not gonna trust this guy? Look at him. I'm trusting this guy out.
Who doesn't
All
trust
right,
somebody
here
with a
we go.
mask? All righty, we're done talking about the Pro Bowl. We do want to talk about what everybody wants to talk about in New Orleans, which is a little bit of food and a little bit of drinks. That's right. As with a lot of the shows where we are remote, we like to do some things that are culturally specific, and nothing says New Orleans like alcoholic beverages and weird foods. So we're going to eat some right now. First up, we got fried alligator and a hurricane.
We got some gator nuggets?
We do. Travis.
I'll get in on some gator nuggets.
You'll eat alligator?
Yeah.
Travis, you won't eat alligator. You won't eat mayonnaise. You won't eat rabbit.
Nope.
You won't eat
Too gamey.
duck.
Gamey.
How do you know? You just if you
had it.
So you'll try meats. You just don't like white sauces.
I'm not trying that white sauce.
You
I
won't
know
even
that's
try
tartar
that.
sauce. Yeah. And
That's tartar sauce? How do you know that's tartar sauce?
I can see it from here. It's pickle
It's
on
got
it.
pickles in it. Yeah, it's tartar sauce. Yeah, you're observant. All right.
But I'll
the
try the half mayo. I'll try
Let's
the
go.
half mayo.
It's all right. Let's go. I'll try the tartar. I'm not afraid to tartar up.
These are pretty good. They're a little gamey.
I'm not gonna lie.
But
It always tastes so similar, like chicken.
it's the fried. that
They did have a smoked alligator.
yum yum sauce isn't as yum yum as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, try the tartar.
No.
It's real yum yum.
No, you got it. You got it.
The
Give me some of that gator.
this is damn good.
Gator don't play that shit.
I had some smoked alligator at Eagles tailgate because it's very traditional cuisine of Philadelphia as well, and it tastes a lot like lobster.
They catch those fresh every day?
Right out of Delaware.
Nice. You're going to clean that whole plate, aren't you?
No, I'm done after this because we got more food to review. But I am going to get to this hurricane.
You got the hurricane. It can't be out
you
here
got a game
drinking
more
like
about-
that. I know what those things do.
Who made this?
Technically, Haley made it.
Haley. Can we get Haley in here?
What's the recipe? Where'd you
hurricane?
get the recipe from, though?
I've had
Pat
these.
O'Brien's mix.
Pat O'Brien's mix. Larry O'Brien's brother.
I thought that was Pat O'Reilly.
Yeah. That too. Chug. Oh, man. That would have been awesome if he would have just...
I forgot to put the mix in.
What is that?
Fucking rum.
It's just straight rum?
I think red with some red food coloring
There's
in
some
it.
grenadine in that thing? Get an accelerator. Get a cherry ice pop. That always goes well with them.
Man, that's really good. I love hurricanes. I'm not gonna lie. Feels like the most significant part of that is cherry.
There's cherry in that thing?
I have no idea.
What?
Yeah, cherry.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. What else is in there, big guy?
Cherry. There's some orange in there.
Yeah, you can see it. Give me some.
Outside of that, I don't know. I don't know what else. Orange. I'm getting a strong cherry and orange flavor.
Cherry orange
and
rum.
an overwhelming amount of Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan at that?
It's not Captain Morgan. It's not spiced. It's unspiced rum.
The old Brent Selleck. My guy Brent Selleck's out there for fucking helping the Eagles defense. I saw you, Brent. Bearcat for life, my ass. I saw that shit.
Zach Ertz was texting me about it.
That guy's fucking. He's telling him my moves. He's showing off.
Do you think he knows your moves?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty spot on. I watched the video,
It's
Brent.
exactly how I run.
I know exactly what you're
Know what you're telling them?
gonna have. A few change-ups and curveballs and sliders and knuckle curves. I got all types of pitches.
So, fried alligator. What are you thinking? How are we rating this?
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10?
Honestly, I'm giving that a 6.
Nice.
All right. And I don't know what that means, but we both were on the same page. Travis, you have not had this hurricane, but you have had hurricanes.
I have had hurricanes.
In the grand scheme of drinks that you would walk up and down a street with, where does a hurricane rank?
Yeah, I'm a like Long Island kind of guy.
You're gonna walk up and down a street with a Long Island?
Yeah.
No, you drink a Long Island at like a clubhouse bar, like at a that's not. You don't walk up and down the street with a Long Island like a sailor.
It's just like jungle juice. It's just like a bunch of shit that you.
No, it's way different. Long Island's like a classy jungle juice.
Classy
Yes.
jungle juice.
Yes. Long Island is what you get at a bar. You can't walk around with a Long Island. It's not a walk around
I thought
drink.
it was a walking around and sip kind of drink.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, then what do we? I mean, all I know are just bourbon street drinks.
Bourbon Street drinks?
Yeah.
I mean, they are
I learned my
most
lesson.
synonymous with walking around with them.
I don't do walk around drinks anymore, Jason.
Yeah. Remember that time I got an open container in college? Did I ever tell that story on here?
No. Please.
I just turned 21. I just turned 21 and I went to a house party in Cincinnati and the cops come to like tell us to shut the fuck up. And the cop walks through the door and everybody starts running because there's a bunch of underage, like I was like barely over 21. Everybody else is like under 21. So they start skedaddling and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good, baby. I'm drinking a beer in front of the cop. He's like, do you live here? And I said, I'm 21. He said, I did not ask that. I said, all right. He's like, do you live here? I said, no. He said, I suggest you get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, all right, yes, sir. We start walking to another house. We're like 4 blocks away. And like, I am not exaggerating. We are like maybe 3 houses before I'm in that front door. I reach into the case, take a can of beer out, crack it. Whoop, whoop. Guy pulls up, rolls his window down, same cop. Well, well, well. If it isn't Mr. 21. Oh, he gave me a ticket so fast. He's like, I'm not, if you know this, but you're not allowed to have an open container. And I was like, and he left one of his deputies behind to like give me the ticket.
Oh, yeah.
And the deputy's like, yeah, you can drink the whole thing. I don't care. He's making me do this. And I was like, yeah, I deserve it.
That's what happens for sure. That's hilarious.
All right. That's enough food and drink for right now. Let's toss it to Peyton and Eli. I'm sure they'll be able to give us their ideas of where hurricane and fried alligator rank and their
they're definitely pros.
expertise with New Orleans.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
New Orleans.
Where is Ole Miss?
I think it's in Mississippi.
Well, I know it's in Mississippi. I didn't.
Oxford.
Thank you.
It's in Oxford, Mississippi, Jason.
Before we keep going with the show, it's time for Travis to get out of here because he can't be here for this next segment. Joining me now is our good friend, intern Brandon.
Our good friend.
We've only got one game this weekend. What game parlays are we going to build this week?
I am looking at Pat Mahomes, 2+ passing touchdowns.
I like that. I think with the game on the line, the Chiefs will go to Pat.
I think they're going to run some of that shit at the goal line again. We're going to see some corn dog we've
Either way,
never seen before.
they're going to leave the ball in Pat's hand.
I like that. And then Jalen Hurts, anytime TD score, and that is rushing.
I think that could be a tush push. It could be maybe some quarterback design runs. Yeah.
And I know this is one you have. You're a specialist in this. Coin toss.
Tails never fails.
Those are our 3 picks. Pat Mahomes, over 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, anytime TD scorer, and tails.
Once again, New Heights is brought to you by DraftKings. Those of you who haven't checked out DraftKings yet can get a new customer offer. All new customers who bet $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings app and sign up using promo code New Heights. The crown is yours. Every game day needs wings, especially the big game.
Ooh, when you pre-order your wings for the big game from Buffalo Wild Wings Go, you get 6 free boneless or traditional wings your next visit.
That's right. So when you're dialed in on 4th down or singing along during halftime, we got you covered. All you have to do is spend $25 or more and be a Blazing Rewards member.
Ooh, a Blazing Rewards member. All
heard
right
of
now.
that.
And while you watch the big game in New Orleans, you can have some Louisiana flavor when you order your Buffalo Wild Wings Go. New Cajun sauce for a limited time. Actually, jump on that for the Super Bowl.
So get your pre-order in for the big game and you can get 6 free wings on your next visit to Buffalo Wild Wings Go.
Buffalo Wild Wings Go. Order wings for takeout or delivery today. All right, I think it's time to bring on our guest. This has been long waiting, we're happy as hell to get you. Jason, why don't you do the honors and give them the intro?
You got it, Trav. From Newman High School, New Orleans, Louisiana. A combined 18 Pro Bowls, 4 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 Walter Payton Man of the Years, and one of them is still undefeated in the Pro Bowl. Please welcome Peyton and Eli Manning.
like that.
There we go.
I like that, Jason. We're just going to bring you with us wherever we go. Give us
Dude,
that.
I will gladly be your guys' permanent hype man.
I think down here he actually comes with a band. I think it's like a whole thing.
I want to get one. Do you guys know a good band that can be?
Yeah, does
Well, at the
Newman
front
High
row?
School got a good marching band or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, solid, really solid.
Solid.
I could think of a few others that might be a little better. We can start with Newman.
Let's start off with the Pro Bowl, man. You guys went head to head down at the Pro Bowl,
Yeah.
and Eli,
Got the three-peat.
yeah, you got
Yeah,
the
I think-
three-peat, dog.
I think
How's it feel? How's it feel? Just
Peyton's officially on the hot seat, I think, as coach. I saw some breaking news headlines kind of
Adam
sharing
Schefter.
around social media. So, I mean, if he does get fired, I'll probably hire him as my special teams coach.
Teamer.
Maybe quarterback coach or water boy or something. Just
I mean, the problem is, just to be honest, is that there's a lot of Pro Bowlers every year that are starters that just happen to be on the Chiefs, but they're not eligible to play in the
Very
Pro Bowl
fair.
because they're in the Super Bowl. So,
and I'd be a game changer in that game for you, Peyton. I would.
Travis, I kind of blame you and Patrick. How's that?
The Chiefs' fault.
Chiefs fault. Yeah, Chiefs are in.
Eli, I do got to ask you, was that your idea with Turpin? Whose idea was that on defense? Just blitz Turpin every single snap. I thought that was genius.
Yeah, these special teamers. They kind of have rules around. We want the offensive guys playing offense, defensive guys playing defense. We had two special teamers. That we don't have any special teams. There's no kickoff returns or punts. So there's they can freelance. You can use them however. So I said, hey. I told Larry Foote, I said, Turpin's your special blitz guy. He's fast. He can run. Had a couple sacks. He's not going to get tired. Like the first series we were rushing some outside linebackers. They were kind of rushing in there because they don't want to drop. These guys are professional rushers. They're not drop guys, covers guys. But then Burrow's running right by him. So Turpin got the call pretty quickly.
I loved it. Peyton, we also had your son Marshall out there, maybe throwing better than all the quarterbacks there. I mean, this was impressive. I think we got a clip here.
Does every Manning get a chance to throw the pill? Are they just it's just in them to be able to huck it or what?
Well, it's kind of like I told Eli. We were not raised to be kickers. We were raised to be quarterbacks, and so that's kind
that
of
commercial, by the way.
It's kind of all we know. Can't outrun anybody. Certainly can't kick. But look, that's kind of why I sort of coach the Pro Bowl. Travis, I mean, my son Marshall for the past 3 years gets to warm up Joe Burrow. The best quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't know how you beat that. He's playing catch with Jamar Chase and pat and go with Justin Jefferson. So what a cool moment for him.
The kid in me is so jealous of Marshall, man. That is such a cool opportunity for him to go out there and have some fun with the gang. I'm sure he's absolutely living it up, man.
Oh, no doubt. He loved it. And like I said, I'm not happy about losing Eli. And I feel like if it has to be like a brothers thing, coaching the Pro Bowl, and I cost Eli, his job as well, there's only one other set of brothers that I know of that has a NFC AFC connection. Jason seems eligible. Travis, I'd keep playing as long as you can, but I feel like when that time comes, I think my job is definitely in jeopardy if the Kelces want to take over the Pro Bowl.
Tell you what, I can put a mean run game in that flag football outfit.
Oh, it'd be lateral central if I ever got the chance to coach that thing up.
Speaking of brothers, we're tied right now with Super Bowl victories, Kelce's and Manning's, 4 apiece. Does that mean the Mannings are officially pulling for the Eagles? Huh?
It's hard for me to pull for the Eagles, like being in the division, they're in the conference, but it's a little bit easier this year with Saquon being there and having him being a teammate. So, I think in these situations, you root for players, you root for coaches that and I mean, obviously, a lot of connections. Travis, rooting for you to win a Super Bowl, rooting for
I knew he was on my side.
And Andy Reid and all the guys.
Spags.
But it's a little more difficult with the Eagles. But with Saquon there, you want all those guys to experience winning a championship. Obviously, Travis, you've done it many times, and to go for a three-peat would be an unbelievable. But you know that feeling, and you never get tired of it. So do you, Jason. You know that feeling of winning a championship, and you want all your pals that you've met or played with to have that feeling at least one time.
I mean, my question would be, Jason, if we're even, really with the amount of rings, I know certain teams, certain owners, when they win, they give rings to alumni who are just integral and kind of creating the culture of the team. I can't think of a guy more significant in kind of creating that tough, run the ball, tough offensive lineman culture than you. So if the Eagles happen to win, do you think you would get a ring? Do you think you deserve a ring? Let's just settle it right here, because if that's the case, Eli and I are screwed in this competition. I mean, there's no chance I'm getting a ring out of this game, nor are you. I mean, the Broncos at least made the playoffs. The Giants were eliminated after like week 8.
Hey, you don't get rings for making the playoffs. You don't get rings.
I will gladly decline any charitable ring that they're going to be trying to give out to me, because I don't deserve any of it. But I did lose my first Super Bowl ring in Nevada chili. I will take another one of those if they want to just print that one out again. I could take that one again. Yeah,
I like it.
You were just talking about the big field goal kick you guys got coming up here. Gronk has missed it 2 years in a row, I believe. Are we feeling confident we can at least get one up and over?
Jason, we actually were in Orlando. We watched some film with Gronk. Gronk drove down from Tampa and brought film of his first 2 kicks. And we were kind of learning what not to do, right? Gronk had his whole family out there the first kick. He had a full uniform on. He had a helmet. It was windy that day in Arizona. By the way, I think there's something about Gronk missing when the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. That seems to be the theme. So hopefully that doesn't apply to us. Eli pulled a quad in practice. I don't know if he put that out in the injury report, if that should change the odds. But I have a new respect for kickers. I've been so sore every time I practice. I really don't know why it goes in and why it doesn't go in. There's no pattern to it. But I haven't pulled a quad. I'm healthy going into Sunday's Kick of Destiny 3, and I think I'm going to make it.
Oh, I love the confidence.
I'm healthy now. This is about 6 weeks ago. Did pull a quad, and I've been.
You've been practicing for 6 weeks?
6 weeks, yeah. I started 6 weeks ago, day one.
I mean, it's lots on the line. I get it.
He's just getting healthy though. He's been on the sideline for a little bit.
Yeah, no stretch, no nothing. I was just like, I'll just kick a 25-yarder. I was like, put it at 25. I kicked one, it went in. I kicked the next one, and it went 4 yards with a pulled quad, and I limped.
Oh my God!
So I kicked on Monday this week. It felt good. I didn't get to the full 25 yards, but I just kicked about a 20-yarder, and I think I'll be ready for Sunday.
The adrenaline will get you that extra.
They said they could give me a Toradol shot now that I'm not a player anymore.
I'm taking both.
This guy's committed. This guy's committed.
Full throttle. I'm going game day mode, full warm up, full super tee shot, get everything.
I cannot wait to see this, man. Jason actually had a similar experience where he got to respect the kickers a little bit as well. Trying to kick a field goal on college game day in front of Pat McAfee, man. It was class.
I was on a slant. I was on a slide, like a slight angle in boots.
Yeah. Well, you chose to wear the boots, so.
No, that was part of the sponsorship I had. Shout out to Timberland.
Great job, Timberland.
We are down in the Super Bowl. We're in New Orleans. Your hometown.
Oh, yeah.
Couple Super Bowl questions. You guys have both worked with Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, who have both attended Manning Passing Academy as high schoolers. Did you guys both know that they had the opportunity, would have the potential to play in the Super Bowl one day?
Jason, both those guys actually came to the camp as college players, as counselors. It's a high school football camp that we have college players come and serve as counselors, and in return, Eli and I will spend time with them in between high school practices on their NFL aspirations. Jalen came twice, and you definitely just saw what a natural leader he was. Quiet confidence, just the way he carries himself. You can see why people want to follow him. And then Mahomes just, his swagger just jumps out. I remember it was raining one night, and we were like, hey, I'm not sure we want to throw tonight. There's people out there watching, and
Oh man, I'll rip it right now.
Jeez.
he doesn't flinch. He doesn't care.
I'll swing it at anything.
Hey, that's exactly what he said. And to me, that's just pretty telling. As you know, Travis, when you're in college and people are around watching, I don't want to throw today. Maybe there's some coach up there or some GM that happens to have a kid at the camp. Maybe they're watching, and maybe this hurts my. Patrick was just like, nope, I'll go out there and throw it. And so those are the two things I took away from having both those guys at the camp. And you see that has transferred to their NFL careers. And so I'm proud of both of them. They've been fun to watch. And I think that's why it'll be a great quarterback matchup on Super Bowl Sunday.
Have you talked to either of these guys before the big game yet?
I texted both of them after the NFC and AFC championship, congratulating them, wishing them luck. Both of them got back to me. I've kind of stayed in touch with a lot of the quarterbacks that have come through the camp. I think this past year, Jason, we had 26 of the 32 starting NFL quarterbacks were counselors at the Manning Passing Academy. So it's quite the fraternity. So Eli and I keep up with them, obviously talked to a lot of them, getting ready for a Manning Cast game, but just kind of wish them luck throughout their careers. And so I've kept up with Patrick and Jalen throughout their careers. Jalen reached out a couple years ago about kind of the routine of the Super Bowl, and I sort of gave him my tips and pointers. He kind of knows that routine now. Mahomes, gets his mail sent to the Super Bowl every year because he knows he's going to be there. So Travis does as well. So they don't have to ask me too many questions anymore about the Super Bowl routine.
Well, you always got the best advice, big guy. I remember getting my first shot at SNL and getting the text from you to just enjoy the ride, man. I appreciated that. That made me feel so much more at home, knowing that you believed in me to have fun and to do it the right way. So I appreciate that. But Eli, you actually had somebody come up to you at the Pro Bowl and tell you that he was actually in the Manning camp.
Yeah.
The wide receiver from Atlanta, right?
Yeah. Hodge.
There it is.
Yeah, he came up and said he was a camper. He came his junior year. He was a quarterback, and he came to the camp. And
that's crazy.
Obviously, we told him, I think you should try receiver. And so we saw right there. It's like we did 7-on-7. He was playing receiver some, made some plays, and now he's making the Pro Bowl. He's a special team guy, but he's a receiver also in the NFL, and so just a great story. So we've had a couple quarterbacks in the NFL also. I think Russell Wilson was a camper. He not as a counselor, became as a camper in high school.
The new coach of the Jaguars, Liam Cohen, was a camper.
How about that? Nice.
Duval.
So that's how old we are. We got coaches. We got coaches that were campers now.
That's crazy, man. You guys have been doing it for a while, man. Me and Hodge have a similar story. I was actually recruited at Tennessee. David Cutcliffe was working me out, thought I had some potential to be a football player, not to be a quarterback. So Tennessee never offered me. But yeah, eventually made the transition
Travis would have
over.
been a camper. You would have sped his career up quite a bit, getting him away from the quarterback position.
Exactly. No, that's awesome stuff you guys do with the young guys, man, and always paving the way for the future, man. That's always good stuff.
Thanks.
Eli, you were talking about your former teammate, Saquon Barkley. And when we had Saquon on the show, we do a lot of the welcome to your NFL moments. And his welcome to the NFL moment was when, or at least he said, you shoved grass in his mouth.
Yeah.
Is this a confirmed story?
Yeah, this is a confirmed story. Every year before the first preseason game, and a lot of these years, kind of the starters aren't playing much, and they're really going over a little bit that first game, what the routine is before the first preseason game. Like, how do we line up? How do we stretch? Like, how do you run out of the tunnel? Like, all the, pat and go. So we're kind of doing those things. And, I'm kind of sitting on the sideline a long time, and I always kind of walk up to the guy, to a few of the rookies, and I'm kind of holding my mouth, and I'm going, man, I got to get my mouth, my teeth been bothering me. I got to get my wisdom teeth pulled after the game. and they're kind of asking questions. I asked them if they've ever had if they have or had their wisdom teeth pulled, whether to say yes or no. I say, can I see? Can I either see your wisdom teeth, or do you still have holes in your mouth? And so when they kind of open up and look up and open their mouth, I got a big clump of grass and dirt in my hand, and I just throw it in there. And I've gotten like 3 or 4 guys on that first practice. I've gotten a few coaches.
So good.
One time, the best. Sean O'Hare and I were trying to get a rookie, and Amani Toomer came over. Amani is like in his 9th year, and he just like jumped in the conversation. Like, we're not talking to him. We're like trying to, and he opened up, and O'Hara put a clump of grass in his mouth. That's so bad. And we weren't trying to get you. You offered up this information. I just couldn't resist.
You volunteered yourself.
Yeah,
That's so good, man.
Since we're on the Super Bowl,